You're currently listening to a track called Thought Balloon. The name of the outfit is Unknown Mortal Orchestra. It is the new project of the Mint Chicks' Ruban Nielson, who's currently living stateside, Portland, and to talk to us all about the brand new project and the album that's just been released here in New Zealand as well, which is pretty exciting. Ruban is on the line. Hello to you, Ruban. Good morning.
G'day. How's it going?
Good. Now, this has been a bit of a mystery project around the internets for a wee while, around the blogosphere, people sharing these tracks around, not knowing exactly who was behind it, but all has been revealed far more recently. It was quite an exciting way to do it, I suppose, Ruban, was to put it out there and not actually own up to it. Bit risky.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, but
fun to do that.
A bit risky as well, because I mean, it could be attributed to anyone, I suppose.
Yeah, but I mean, I had nothing to lose, so I just found it more fun. I didn't really want to have to sort of face up to the Mint Chicks fans and have to explain to them that the Mint Chicks was finished.
Yeah, I suppose
this was the new thing.
I suppose kind of smart in some ways, because if people didn't like it, you could always go, "Oh, I don't know who did that." Move on to something. Move on to something else.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but that definitely would have been probably what I would have done.
Yeah. Did you now the Mint Chicks? They're kind of, you guys are all sort of scattered all over the place. So I take it your move to Portland wasn't exactly for the band the Mint Chicks. You were looking to explore something else.
Well, I did. We did move there originally to do the Mint Chicks, and I just thought that the other guys weren't that into it, and decided to just give up music in general, actually. And then, and I started doing like illustration and stuff like that, and then doing music as a hobby. And I posted some of my music that I've been working on Bandcamp, and a couple of days later, found out that it had ended up on Pitchfork and all over, a bunch of websites, and had gone viral. And so labels started contacting me and telling me that I should put together a band, and I sort of got forced to do it in a way, not forced, but the opportunities came up, and I just thought might as well try and do that.
Well, that's got to be a pretty good position to be in, where you're just mucking around doing some stuff that you really like, and it happens to catch on. It's kind of the best way for things to happen. Yeah,
well, I guess it's pretty awesome, and then I was really proud of the music. I only made it for myself, so
yeah,
it makes it a lot easier when you're on tour, because we've been on tour for about 3 months solid, and we're going to be on tour for the rest of the year, pretty much. After I have 2 weeks off in Portland now, and then we're just going to be on the road the whole time, so it makes it a lot easier when you actually like the music a lot.
Yeah, I'm just looking at your dates there. You're off to where are you? I'm just looking at the latest dates. Oh, you're going to be all over the place in Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles, Washington, Philadelphia, New York, Toronto. Crikey, it's a full-on schedule all the way through till October, by the looks.
Yeah, and then we do a headline tour after that, so there'll be more dates, and then we go to Australia, do a bunch of festivals, and then back to New Zealand in January and February.
Is that kind of funny? Did you ever think that you'd be doing something like this overseas before you've even played it here in New Zealand?
No, I didn't see any of this coming, to be honest. It's all been sort of like just a whirlwind, kind of like a wave that I've been surfing. So it's just, I don't know. I didn't really see any of this coming, but once it started happening, I just felt like, wow, this is what I do.
Yeah.
So I should work at it.
And what is it you like about Portland? Why Portland specifically?
It's just kind of a pretty magical place, really. It's hard to explain why. There's a lot of music here and a lot of art here, and there's a TV show called Portlandia that kind of makes fun of all of the weird stuff about Portland. There's they have skits about how there's a feminist lesbian hardcore bookshop.
Yeah.
Where every time a girl comes in, they'll make her feel terrible.
Right.
For not being feminist enough. And
yeah.
It's I don't know. There's so many bands here. Everybody's in a band, and I don't know, when you hear it, just feels kind of comfortable, because if you're in a band or you've do something kind of alternative. It's like you're just normal. You don't have to sort of fight for your place to be here. It's just kind of like everybody is a weirdo here. So.
Well, it sounds like you're living your own high fidelity or something.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember how that movie goes.
Probably doesn't relate at all. I don't know. I just thought record store, oddballs working there sounds similar to the bookshop.
Yeah, but it's like a whole town of that kind of, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And obviously, as you say, a really good music scene and good support from local radio over there.
To be honest, that's kind of one of the things that I find really confusing about this place. Is the radio is pretty bad.
Huh.
There's a community radio station called KBOO that's really good, but nobody listens to it. Only a few people listen to it.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, the rock station's pretty cheesy, and so the radio is not as good as it is in New Zealand. But apart from that, the scene's really supportive. But I think in general, like, American radio is pretty corporate, so
yeah.
It doesn't really translate into that aspect of it, which is pretty dumb.
It's a little more regulated over there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the music, because I guess that's the important thing. We're currently listening to some of the album right now. This is the Unknown Mortal Orchestra album, self-titled CD. It's currently, in fact, streaming. If people want to go and check it out, music.aol.com, and just look under the new releases section there. You can check it out. Try before you buy, if you will. There's I suppose a 1960s, 70s kind of psychedelia spin on what you're doing now.
Yeah, I guess it's like when I was making it, I kind of wanted to capture the idea of like going through my dad's vinyl collection when I was younger and just like discovering a bunch of new things I'd never heard before. And, just listening to things like Zappa and Jimi Hendrix and, I don't know, just The Who and things like that, the Kinks and all those kind of things, and Sly and the Family Stone and stuff like that. And just kind of trying to capture that feeling of putting something on and just being like, what is this? Like, being kind of like weirded out and excited about it at the same time. So it's just that's what I was trying to do, I guess.
But as we know, Ruben, of course, all that music was made on drugs.
Yeah.
Is it possible to do without drugs?
I don't know. No, I think so. Frank Zappa was he never did drugs, but most of the other people that I look up to were into that.
Yeah.
I don't want to encourage drug use.
No, for sure. Just pointing it out, though. It was probably plainly obvious, but anyway. I suppose that it's also. I mean, there is that Mint Chicks sound coming through there. It's definitely you. We can tell that it's you. So you probably couldn't have get away with being anonymous for too much longer with the project. But are you? What else have you discovered through playing around with this music? And have you discovered new instruments or crazy new sounds? Have you purchased new sort of old retro gear to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I recorded with a bunch of old tape recorders that I found around Portland, all kinds of different ones, and I used to use a big like orange stack to put my guitar through. That's what the amp was, and now I use a little Fender amp, which is a little bit more like John Lennon sounding or something. And
yeah,
I don't know. I've got a bunch of new guitars that are different from the guitars that I use in the Mint Chicks. So I don't know. In Portland, there's a big like vintage gear kind of scene here. So
yep.
There's a lot of stuff that you can sort of like tattoo around with and stuff.
Yeah, cool. Not only is there there's probably some great T-shirts, but there's also great guitars in Portland.
Yeah. Yep, sure. I mean, yeah, and there's like amps and I don't know, there's a bunch of things like the tape recorders that I bought and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I don't know, it's fun.
Sounds very, very cool. Well, the CD is out in New Zealand now, so everyone should go and purchase it. I noticed you're saying on the tweet stream that if you buy it at JB, you get a free T-shirt, which is cool.
Yeah. we have like these T-shirts that TV Hi-Fi have made, and they look really cool.
Yeah.
So you get like a free T-shirt if you buy it from the store, I think. Yeah.
What should I play from the album?
You could play How Can You Love Me? People seem to like that one a lot.
Okay, cool. That's coming up. Well, you have a great time over there, and we look forward to you coming back down under. Looks like it's going to be a while away, but perhaps closer to the summer. And do pop by the Kiwi studio when you're here.
Yeah, this is summer music really, but I'll see everyone in the summer.
Cool. Thanks, Ruban.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Ruban Nielson, Unknown Mortal Orchestra. How Can You Love Me?
Mm-hmm.